Most people think narcissists love themselves more than anyone else. They look confident. They always seem certain of themselves. They naturally attract attention. But what if that confidence is not real? What if the person who seems to love themselves the most is actually the person who struggles with themselves the most? Because narcissism is not always about having too much self-love. Sometimes it is about desperately trying to hide the feeling of not being enough. And that's why narcissism is so easy to misunderstand. We often mistake confidence for security. We mistake a loud personality for a strong identity. But those two things are not always the same. Imagine someone who always needs to be the center of attention. When they enter a room, they want people to notice them. They talk about their achievements. They want to be seen as special. But the moment someone criticizes them, everything changes. A simple comment can feel like a personal attack. Instead of listening, they become defensive. Instead of accepting a mistake, they blame someone else. Why? Because criticism is not just criticism for them. It feels like a threat to the image they have built. That's why even harmless feedback can trigger a strong emotional reaction. They are not only protecting their opinion, they are protecting the version of themselves they want everyone else to believe. If admitting a mistake feels like losing their value, then defending themselves becomes more important than learning. A person with healthy self-love does not need to prove their value all the time. They can admit when they are wrong. They can accept that someone else is better at something. They can hear criticism without feeling destroyed, because their sense of worth comes from inside. They know they are valuable, even when they are not perfect. Their identity is not built on being the smartest person, or the most successful person, or the most admired person in the room. It is built on accepting themselves as human. But narcissistic behavior often works differently. Their confidence depends heavily on how others see them. This is the part many people misunderstand. Narcissists do not necessarily think, "I love myself." Deep down, the message is often closer to, "I need everyone to believe I am valuable." That is why admiration becomes so important. Compliments make them feel powerful. Being admired makes them feel safe. But when that attention disappears, their insecurity starts to appear. Think about a person who constantly checks a mirror, not because they like looking at themselves, but because they are afraid of finding something wrong. For many narcissistic people, other people become that mirror. They constantly look for signs. Do people respect me? Do they think I am successful? Do they see me as special? Their identity depends on the reflection they receive from others. This is why narcissistic confidence can look so strong from the outside, but feel so fragile underneath. That is why some people seem completely unshakable, until one disagreement suddenly changes their entire mood. The stronger the image becomes, the harder they have to work to protect it. A person who truly values themselves does not collapse when someone disagrees with them. They may feel disappointed, they may question themselves, but they don't lose their entire sense of identity. Someone who depends on an image of perfection, however, may experience even a small challenge as a threat to who they are. The biggest difference between self-love and narcissism is simple. Self-love says, "I know I have value, even when I fail." Narcissism says, "I need others to prove that I have value." One creates peace. The other creates a constant need for validation. Real self-love allows you to learn from failure instead of fearing it, because a mistake does not destroy your sense of worth. But when your value depends on looking perfect, every mistake feels dangerous. Every criticism feels personal. Every disagreement feels like rejection. And living that way is exhausting, because no one can be admired all the time. No one can control what everyone thinks. No one can stay perfect forever. So, do narcissists love themselves? Maybe the better question is, what if everything that looks like confidence is actually fear wearing a mask? Subscribe to PsyMatters for more psychology explained.